Okay, so let's talk about something we've all been through, right? Your body is just screaming for sleep, but your mind decides it's the perfect time to run a marathon. It's so frustrating. But what if the reason for all this is that your mind is playing this incredibly powerful game and you don't even know you're a player? You know how it starts. It's just one of those nights. You're lying there, totally wiped out, but your brain is like, nope, not happening. Instead, it's busy replaying conversations, making endless to-do lists, and digging up every possible loose end that now, all of a sudden, feels incredibly urgent. And then the first thought lands. And it sounds so reasonable, doesn't it? Did I cover the hot tub? I mean, it's a practical, responsible thing to think about. You don't want to waste energy. It's just a helpful thought. Or is it? But see, that one thought, it never comes alone. It brings its buddies. All of a sudden, you're onto the garage door. And what about the side door? Did you lock it? And just like that, the mental checklist is off and running, and every single item feels just as important as the last. And this is where the whole thing just snowballs. These tiny, separate thoughts start linking up, one after another, forging this chain that just yanks you further and further away from sleep and deeper into this alert, problem-solving mode. So what's our natural instinct when all this mental noise kicks in? We try to shut it down, right? We try to wrestle our mind into submission. But here's the crazy part. That's the very thing that makes the trap snap shut. We pull out all the usual tricks. First, you just tell your brain, hey, stop thinking, which, let's be honest, has a success rate of 0. Then you get a little more strategic. You start counting sheep, or just numbers, 1, 2, 100. And you're still wide awake, only now you're also bored. So finally, you try the fancy mindfulness trick. Just calmly observe the thoughts. And this is where you have the aha moment. That little observer in your head, the one who's supposed to be sitting there all calm and detached, it's not separate from the chaos at all. It's just another thought. It's just one more layer of thinking. There's no manager in charge here. And realizing this can make your head spin. The source material has this absolutely brilliant analogy for it. It says it feels like you're standing between two mirrors, and you see those reflections just stretching on forever and ever. And that's it. That's the trap. You're stuck in this infinite loop, a thought watching a thought watching a thought. There's no way out because you're actually creating more mental noise in your attempt to get rid of it. So, after all that fighting, the forcing, the counting, the observing, you do eventually fall asleep. Not because you figured anything out, but just from pure exhaustion. But the next day, something feels different. A tiny shift has happened. So what was it that actually changed? Well, this leads us to a totally new way of looking at this whole thing. Instead of seeing your mind as some kind of problem that needs to be fixed, what if you saw it as a game? A really, really powerful and convincing virtual reality game. Okay, just imagine you put on a VR headset. At first, the screen is totally blank, but this game is special. It's designed to respond directly to you. Every single thought you have builds another piece of the world. Every worry adds more detail, and every reaction you have just deepens the story, making it more and more personal. And here is the game's ultimate trick. It gets so good, so convincing, so emotionally real that you forget you're even wearing the headset. You start to believe that you are the character inside the game. So the trap isn't made of walls. It's made of your own engagement. It hooks you by making the story irresistible. So, this is the most crucial rule of all. The game's power comes directly from how seriously you take it. The more you try to win it, or analyze it, or escape it, the more levels and puzzles it throws at you. Your own effort is the fuel that keeps it going. So if playing harder and harder just digs you deeper into the hole, what's the alternative? Well, the answer isn't to smash the headset or defeat some final boss. It's actually way simpler than that, and it doesn't involve a fight at all. It's about changing how you relate to the game. And you can see the two paths right here. On one side, you're trapped. You're trying to win. You're thinking harder. You're analyzing every single move. But the path to freedom? It's the opposite. It's about disengaging. Just noticing you're in a game, putting down the controller, and creating a little bit of space. This right here is the biggest insight of all. You are not the anxious character worried about the hot tub. You are not the frustrated character trying to sleep. Those are just avatars. You were never the character on the screen. You are the one the entire system is responding to. You're the player, not the piece on the board. And the result of this shift is, it's subtle, but it's a total game changer.
Putting down the controller doesn't mean your mind magically goes silent. The game is probably going to keep running in the background, but it loses its grip on you. The thoughts, the worries, they just feel less urgent. You've created some space between yourself and the drama.
And that really leaves us with this final, powerful idea to think about. Maybe the problem isn't that our minds are too busy. Maybe the real issue is that we just keep forgetting that we have a choice. We are not required to pick up the controller and play every single thought game to its conclusion. You can just let it go and notice the quiet space that opens up when you do.